It's a good thing.
All right, welcome back to the Jay and Sierra Poker Show as we continue our progress toward the WPT in Las Vegas. So with that in mind, it's time to hit the tournament felt. It's time to put our tournament chips in play instead of our cash dollars in play. So we found, in the interest of you competing in the women's championship this year out at WPT, we found some women's poker championship at the Venetian.
Okay.
So we're down to the final table, and let's talk tournament poker, and let's talk a very fun hand here.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Whoa.
All right, here we are. Now, before we start this video, I think it's important to note, the tournament structure that we're in vice a normal cash game that we're in.
Okay.
Right? So you look up at the top there, it says blinds 15,000, 30,000, and a 30K big blind ante. All right. So what that means is the big blind basically has to pay 60K. 30K stays out in front of them in play. 30K goes right to the middle as an ante. Does that make sense? So yeah, I don't know how WPT is going to structure it, but there may be antes later on in the game, stuff like that. But it's all very important to take that into account. Blind size versus your stack size as we progress through the tournament, right? So the reason that's important is because blinds can shoot up very quickly. So let's say you got 100,000 chips and blinds are 100, 200. You're sitting pretty good, right? But the next level, 500,000 blinds, now you got 10 big blinds.
Thank you for the
pretty
lesson,
crazy.
Mister.
I'm just talking some tournament poker here, babe. Tournament poker. All right, so with all that in mind, we have reached the final table here at Venetian with these ladies. And let's see what happens here. All right, so let's start it. I could have edited this better, I guess. All right, here we go. This is going to be us right here. I don't know how to say her name. Kabaki. This is us with ace king in early position. Now, let's take all the factors we're talking about into account. So blinds are 1530. She's got 655,000. We're early position. Look at the stack sizes of everybody else at the table there. So we're pretty low stack compared to everybody else. So what's your decision here?
Already, I'm going to have to rip it in because they're going to put me all in on the flop or turn. So might as well get heads up if I can or collect the blinds.
Yeah, I don't hate that play because there's
it's such a strong
60,
hand,
75K already in the middle. Your early position, you've only got 21 big blinds left. Remember, our magic number is around 15 to be all in or fold. So I don't think anybody's going to hate you here. And you got a drawing hand. You got ace king, right? You don't have aces that are less vulnerable. You've got ace king, a very vulnerable hand. So rip it in. Hopefully you're 50-50 with somebody.
Game over.
Especially because you're the short stack. Now, if you were, let's say you had the 2 million chips here, obviously we don't need to rip it in. We can raise and play some more poker. But taking all the factors into account.
And put pressure on people. With
exactly,
stack,
right?
So
let's see what Kabaki decides to do. Now, she does a raise. Now, look at that raise size. She just doubles the blind. Now, I know that's a change from what we normally see at a cash game, right? We play 2-5. People normally raise it to $30, $25 pre-flop, right? With 5-6x the blinds. But tournament poker, because the blinds shoot up so fast, I would say that's average. Like people seem to just double to 2.5 times the blind. So
I don't like that.
yeah, it's a different style, right? But it's just, I think that's more tournament poker than that. So she's trying to accomplish a few things, right? She's early position. She's trying to get all the garbage hands to fold, obviously, and get the middling pairs and stuff, all that to fold. Because 60K blinds is a lot. All right, so we're going to fold around to Miss Dang here. Now, look at where she's at on the button. All right, so she's got a suited connector on the button, and look at her stack size. What are your thoughts? If you were Dang here.
I'm Kabaki though.
I know, but if you were Dang here, you got 5-6 suited.
I'm gonna put pressure on her and make it like 300.
Ooh, that's a route. That's a route.
She folds.
But let's take it a short stack. Just raise you from early position.
Okay. So do you just
you
call?
have a very low to mediocre hand. So what short stack is raising from out of position? That's gonna.
That's true.
That tells me she's probably trying to get it in.
Okay.
Right. So with 5-6 suited, you are on the button and you have the big stack, which allows you to kind of play hands like this. Because let's say Dang had, 600,000 in chips. This is a fold all day, right? But because she has 1.6 million, she could call to try to knock those players out, right?
Bully people around.
Yep. So, but pre-flop, I don't think the early position raise from a short stack. That tells me I do not want to bully that person around yet.
Especially this tournament is passive.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, that's a dynamic we haven't talked about yet. We watched this earlier, and a lot of folding. That's a table dynamic you're going to have to pick up on there. And so if people are being aggressive, you back off. But very passive play,
then I can be aggressive.
All of a sudden, very passive. All of a sudden, someone's aggressive. Yeah. Oh, you know what's going on there.
Right.
All right, so let's see what Miss Dang decides to do. She's in there. See, this gives her the ability with 5-6 suited. Now we're around to the blinds here. Miss Sanders. So she's on the big blind. She only owes 30K more to see this. And look at her stack size. 1.6 million.
So might as well.
Might as well, right? You could obviously you're looking to flop big here with 9-5 suited, but she's in, right? And I think that's a totally fine play. That's a totally fine play. So we're looking for flushes and 2 pairs here. All right. So nothing from Miss Sanders here. She pretty much whiffed. But look what we got as Kabaki.
You have to
we hit our king. We hit our king. So the pot size now 225. We have 655. What's your play here?
I have to continue.
Okay. Betting. What size are we looking at doing here? This is very important here. Very important.
Sizing is very important. Because I'm afraid of the diamonds.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid it's very straighty here.
And the big blind called you. Could have any 2 cards. The button called you.
So, woo! If it were me.
It is you. What are you going to do?
Pot size bet. I don't know.
That's committing yourself at that point. If you put 230 in here, it's going to leave you with 400 behind.
Hold on. My first thought was like a half pot, like 100, 100.
That's what I like better here, right? I like around 100,000, maybe a little less, 90 to 100,000. I would say here, because it accomplishes everything you want to accomplish. It's going to fold out garbage hands that have still some equity in you.
And thinking of the table dynamics again. So, yeah.
And you're going to get a worse king to call. You're going to get an 8 to call, maybe a 7 to call. So you're going to get value out of that. And all the other hands that have no equity whatsoever are just going to fold.
Yep.
So, but let's just say you did do a pot size bet. You're committing yourself. Now let's say someone has a set H. You can't get away from it. You can't get away from it. So a small bet And if someone raises you,
I'm out.
you can
Yeah.
survive and
Right.
just fold, right? Because it's a tournament. So let's see what happens, what Miss Kabaki decides to do. She does something different in checks, right? Checks. Different play, right? I think I'm okay with it, right? Let's see.
You're still okay with it.
Let's see what happens here.
I'm very mad right now.
You're mad. I would have bet. 100% would have bet. But I think she's in the survive mindset.
Okay.
She knows she's short stacked. She knows this is a multi-way pot now. Let's see what these other players do. And we'll go from there, right?
All right.
So on the button, look what she flopped. 5, 6, 7, 8. Open-ended straight draw. And she senses the weakness around the table. So she does that $100,000 bet that we talked about, right? Trying to steal it away, which is totally fine also, right? Power the button. Power the button. Because if Kabaki had ace queen here, she's folding, right? So good bet by Dang, I would say. Good sizing too. Again, accomplishes all the same things we talked about. But unfortunately, she ran into it with ace king here. So let's see what Kabaki decides to do.
She raises it.
Just a call.
Just a call.
Just a call. So what do you think of that call there? I think she was calling to see what comes of the turn, right?
Yeah.
She's scared of diamonds, I would say. So she was like, I'm going to call once. If no diamond, I'm in, right? So I think she's a little scared of diamonds, and that's why she's like, I just want a blank, and then we're going with it, right? That's what I think is going on, which is okay. Okay, because again, this is tournament poker. We're trying to survive. Let's see what she does now. The 4 of hearts comes, checks again. Now look what happened.
She hits her straight.
Hits her straight. Hits her straight.
See, this is what happens with this stuff. You let people hit their hand. You can't let them hit your hand.
Yeah, so I'm glad you saw that. So look, she bets 200K, right? Which, let's talk about that bet for a second, right? So Kabaki, early position, raised pre-flop, got called, when the flop came, Dang bet, got called. Now, what hand would Dang have to continue for 200K now, knowing Kabaki's only got 600K left, right? So I would say for Dang to make this bet, she has to be willing to put it all in, right? So she has a strong enough hand to be able to put it all in. So if I'm Kabaki, I'm nervous, right? But she could have king, queen, but I think she checks king, queen here at this point, right? Because you got called. You got showdown value with king, queen. I think you check king, queen. So for her to bet again, I think she's powerful.
Your thought process.
Yeah.
There.
It's
You're not letting me think today.
I'm sorry. I'm scared.
You're not letting me talk at all.
I got excited.
It's the J show. It's not the J and Sierra show. It's the J show today.
All right. So 200K. What's your decision now, Miss Kabaki?
I hate it because she's not doing anything I'm telling her to do. Because this is in the past.
That's true.
I hate the check call. She's going to call.
You think she's going to call? If she calls, it's going to leave herself 400K behind, and it'll be 800,000 in the pot.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. All right, jeez. So I think we have to take all that into account. I think it's all in or fold. And what are you doing? Are you ripping it? I mean, you got a strong hand.
I do have a strong hand. But since I know what Dang has, obviously I say I fold, but she's gonna.
But put yourself in the spot. I think what I wanted to talk about with this dynamic.
Yeah, I get it, but also like just more aggression pre-flop when you have such a premium holding.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if she would have bet the flop
in early position.
Or gone even all in at that point, because she would have had, it would have been a 2-3x.
And then the table's thinking, okay, her king's there. She has to have pocket kings,
and
so she has like ace
Dang
king.
doesn't call you.
No,
on an open end stuff. So
see, all of this stuff pre-flop, position matters, betting matters, in position. So this all could have been avoided easily.
But now we're in a tough spot, and so Kabaki is taking, I mean, all those factors that we talked about, she's considering it all right now with stack sizes. And I think this is the hill she's going to die on.
Mm.
She's just going to rip it.
And then it's going to be an immediate call.
Yeah, she's got, Miss Dang has the nuts. But she really doesn't, I mean, the hand kind of played itself after the turn came. There was nothing, you can't get away from it. And that's going to be, she's drawing dead. That's the end of Miss Kabaki in the tournament. So, yeah, it's in it. I thought this was an interesting hand because of the difference that you would have played this in cash versus the way that this was played in a tournament.
Would have I played it so differently, though, with my play style?
Well, you said very first you would have gone all in, which you would not do that with.
Okay, don't
the
do
cash
that.
game.
Don't do that in the tournament. Okay.
But yeah, I brought this up because of all the different considerations of the tournament versus the cash game and how you play certain hands. And, you know, she's playing 5-6 suited from the button because she's the big stack, and the big blind called with 9-5 suited just because she's getting a great price for $30K to win $200K or something at that point.
Yeah.
So all those little nuances of a tournament to make it this far. And,
I would have ripped
win
it all
this.
in pre-flop.
I think that would have worked too. You would have won,
And I would have won 70 grand.
70 grand. You'd still be around. But
And I'm up there. Now
But it
I
didn't
can
work
bully
out.
the other people.
didn't work out this time. And I think the biggest part, I want to double down on this point here. The 200K bet she made after the 4 came should have set alarm bells up because she knows your stack size. So she may have been applying pressure to you, but like you said earlier, with the passivity of all the players there, someone that's willing to put at that point 360K in, it's kind of alarming. But all right, that's tournament poker.
Show.
Are you ready for tournaments now? There you go.
I'm
Crash
an
course.
expert.
That's how you play tournaments. Nailed it.
Bye.
I think the next time people see you, you'll be at the final table.
Stop jinxing people.
Until next time.
I will be at the final table.